Al Ain, the fourth largest city in the United Arab Emirates, was the final stop on the 2012 Middle East and North Africa Golf Tour as the Garden City welcomed the tour's creme de la creme, with the battle for the MENA title set to go down to the wire. After 5 weeks of scintillating golfing action, it all came down to the season-ending Tour Championship at Al Ain Equestrian Shooting and Golf Club, with a number of players in the hunt to top the Order of Merit and win a place at the 2013 Omega Dubai Desert Classic. There was all to play for in the season finale of the groundbreaking MENA Golf Tour, as the top 40 professionals and 15 amateurs were ready to take on the challenging Al Ain course in the season-ending Tour Championship. Along with the chances of returning home with the numero uno golfer tag, the season's climax also provided the big bonus of Desert Classic spots for the top 3 professionals and the leading amateur. Leading the professionals' Order of Merit going into the week was Zane Scotland, who had 1 win and 2 runner-up finishes from the first 5 events on the tour. The 30-year-old former European Tour star was in a positive frame of mind as the tournament day approached.
I guess it's a kind of pressure, but it's kind of a good pressure. Whereas, normally you're trying to really chase something, whereas now it's, just got to keep doing what I've been doing, and I'm playing well. Normally you got the pressure if you're struggling with your game or not playing very well. This time we got the pressure of of something good happening, which is quite nice.
Hot on Zane's heels was 3-time European Tour champion Stephen Dodd, who had won last week's Sheikh Maktoum Dubai Open. The Welshman was attempting to become the first back-to-back Tour winner and end his campaign with a ticket to the Desert Classic next year.
That's a goal of mine, but it's a goal of a lot of other players out here that are looking to do the same sort of thing. So it's going to be difficult, but I'm playing well, so I'm going to be ready for the challenge, I think.
On the prowl behind the 2 former European Tour players was the Pakistani duo of Shafiq Massi and Mohammed Munir. Munir had his chance to seal consecutive wins at Al Badia, but saw his challenge fade due to a cold putter. The Pakistani number 3 golfer was now concentrating on a top 3 finish in the Order of Merit, which he felt would give golf in Pakistan a massive boost.
हमारे प्रोज को काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ेगा, जो यंग लड़के हैं जो पाकिस्तान में वो देख रहे हैं और उनको काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ेगा, और हमारी गोल्फ फेडरेशन को काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ेगा, जिसमें अगर शिरकत करता हूँ डेजर्ट क्लासिक में शिरकत करता हूँ तो उससे काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ता है.
With the winner set to claim $13,500, the top 5 players in the Order of Merit had a mathematical chance of finishing top of the pile, while those a little further back could still secure a top 3 finish. The race for the leading amateur was also shaping into an intense battle, with England's Max Williams having moved marginally ahead of compatriot Tyler Hogarty and Switzerland's Michael Harradine after the Sheikh Maktoum Dubai Open. Williams had a 14-point advantage at the top going into the Tour Championship and needed a decent finish to join the top 3 pros at Emirates Golf Club's Majlis course next year. Set up under the guidance of Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the par 71 Al Ain course offered a picturesque yet challenging experience for the field. With water in play on 12 holes, the risk-reward track was certainly designed for drama.
We actually closed for a couple of weeks for overseeding back in the start of September, so we've done all that, and the golf course has come through quite well. So, but the roughs are not that sort of long at the moment, so should be quite easy out there.
This year's MENA Tour has been consistently competitive, and with the field cut down to the very best 55 players, the Tour Championship looks set to finish the 2012 season on a high. Stephen Dodd and William Harold fired identical 7 under 64s to share the new course record on the opening day. Both went bogey-free to move one shot clear of Wales's Craig Smith in windy conditions, which saw 25 players sign off with under-par scores.
I didn't hit it that close, so I had no gimme birdies, but I just felt like when I was on the greens I sort of had a good idea of sort of the line of the putt, so just tried to trust it, and they went in today. So.
The Scottish duo of Callum Nicol and Duncan Stewart led the chasing pack, a further 2 shots adrift of Smith on 4 under, along with England's Alex Christie, Dan Waite and Faisal Sajini of Morocco. Zane Scotland stumbled to a 1 over 72, while Max Williams kept alive his chances of winning the Amateur Order of Merit with a 1 under 70. Stephen Dodd put in another dominating performance on the second day to move a step closer to winning the Tour Championship. The Welshman carded a 6 under 65 to go 13 under and stay level with William Harold, who replicated Dodd's score for the day to stay in contention.
My confidence is pretty good at the moment, but there's a long way to go yet. William played well today, so I'm sure he'll come out and do the same sort of stuff tomorrow, so I've got to be on my game if I'm gonna win this week.
UAE-based Simon Dunn produced the best score of the day, a 64, to charge to 9 under, 1 ahead of Morocco's Faisal Sajini and 2 in front of Scotland's Duncan Stewart. Meanwhile, Max Williams enhanced his chances of winning the amateur title after he signed off with back-to-back 70s to go to 2 under for the tournament. Find out who booked their place at February's Desert Classic after the break. Welcome back. The joint leader, William Harold, got off to the perfect start at the scoreable first, sinking this downhill 10-footer to move to 14 under. Craig Smith mounted an early charge thanks to this impeccable approach at the second. He would tap in for birdie to move to 6 under. After birdieing the first, big-hitting Scot Duncan Stewart almost bagged an albatross at the par 5 third. He would go on to make eagle to surge to 10 under. Having birdied the second, 3-time European Tour winner Stephen Dodd also took advantage of the same hole. This sensational approach would set up an eagle and hand Dodd the outright lead. The fourth, however, wasn't such a doddle for Dodd. After duffing his second shot from the bunker, the Welshman couldn't chip in for par and would thus lose the outright lead. At the short par 4 fifth, Simon Dunn moved into double figures, courtesy of this fantastic approach, which landed only 3 feet from the pin. William Harold took advantage of the par 5 sixth, sinking this monster eagle putt to forge a 2-shot lead. Having birdied the 6th, Duncan Stewart avoided the 8th's perilous greenside bunkers, landing his approach to within 5 feet to set up his 3rd birdie of the day. The leader William Harold dropped his first shot of the day at the same hole, missing this 6-footer to fall to 16 under. And it turned from bad to worse for the pace setter at the 9th, as his approach found the water, meaning Harold could only manage back-to-back bogeys. It meant Harold fell to 15 under alongside Stephen Dodd. The pair held a 3-shot lead over Duncan Stewart. Craig Smith continued his charge thanks to birdies at the 6th, 7th and 10th, but was probably too far back to challenge the leading pair. Here's Stephen Dodd at the longest par 5 in the UAE. It's almost 700 yards. That kind of length, though, often no problems for these pros, and he's put that to within 10 feet of the pin. Duncan Stewart at the 11th. A little chip from just off the fairway. And he didn't like the look of that. And he's left that shy of the green and now has some work to do to make par. Dodd to take the outright lead. This quite a quick putt. And it won't quite, as he looks at it, catch the left edge of the cup. Rolls a couple of feet past and he will have to settle for par. Stewart choosing to putt from just off the green. This for birdie. It looks good, but it stops short. Super putt though, and the Scot will save par. So Dodd to tap in at the 10th to stay on 15 under. No problems for the 46-year-old who stays locked at the top with William Harold. Now a must-hole putt for Faisal Sajini. But the Moroccan can't hole it from 8 feet, so falls to 8 under. That's his first drop shot of the day and could well end his challenge. Stewart looking to bounce back from a bogey at the 12th. A decent lie, even though he's off the fairway. And that's pin high and a quality approach. Half a chance of birdie. To the joint leader, Harold. In this pastel pink polo at the 12th. He doesn't like the look of this though. And he's pulled that a good 30 feet away from the pin. Back to Stewart to close within 3 of the leaders. Here at the 14th, a reasonably straight 10-footer for birdie. Downhill. And into the cup. The Scot is flying. He moves to 12 under. Harold now with a tricky long birdie putt. At least it's uphill. And reasonably straight. I think he's given this too much though. And he misread it as well. And that will roll 5 feet past. Done. Still not out of this on 11 under. Here's his approach. And he stands a great chance of moving to 12 under thanks to that impeccable shot. So here's a test of Harold's nerves, a 5-footer for par at the 12th. And he makes it with ease to stay on 15 under. Done then for birdie at 14. Uphill. And he sinks that one to move within 3 of the leaders. Stewart at the gorgeous par 3 15th, putting from the edge of the green. This looks good. It looks very good. And it's in. Stewart moves to 13 under and has his sights set on one of the 3 Desert Classic spots on offer. Dodd, who is now pretty much a cert for February's Desert Swing finale, here at the par 4 14th. And that approach will give him another look at birdie from 20 feet. Stewart after a humongous tee shot. Now with a simple wedge in. And he lofts that one to within 4 feet for yet another birdie opportunity. So Dodd to try and turn the screw. This for birdie at the 14th. Downhill. Edging towards the hole and in. That's a huge putt. The Welshman moves to 16 under and takes the outright lead. Stewart now, who's doing everything he can to challenge Dodd. This is for a 3rd consecutive birdie at the 16th. And he rolls that one in almost in slow motion to move to 14 under. He still, though, remains 2 shots off the pace, because Dodd, as far as the birdies are concerned, is also sinking a fair few of his own. William Harold is also in the mix, just 1 shot adrift of Stephen Dodd. Well, look at Zane Scotland, who can't win it, but has come from nowhere to take joint 4th after firing a bogey-free course record of 63. He'll now be off to the Desert Classic next year. So closing stages of the Tour Championship. We'll find out the winner after the break.